All right, if you're a creator on YouTube, you've probably noticed things have changed. The ad system, right? What used to be this dashboard where you clicked all the buttons, it just feels different now. So, the big question is, how do YouTube ads actually work today? Let's break it down.
And yeah, that really is the core question, isn't it? I mean, you probably remember the old days, right? Going into every single video, manually toggling all the different ad formats on and off. Well, those days are pretty much gone. The reality now, it all boils down to one huge shift. And here it is. The big change is the shift from manual to, well, automatic. A good way to think about it is like this. You used to be the only one driving the car. Now you've got this algorithmic co-pilot riding shotgun. All you really do is turn on monetization. And for the most part, YouTube's system takes the wheel. It decides which ads to show before your video, those are your pre-rolls, and after your video, the post-rolls.
Okay, so if YouTube's algorithm is making all these choices for us, what's actually in its toolkit? What options is it choosing from? You know, understanding these different ad types is really the first step to figuring out your channel's revenue potential. So let's take a quick tour.
First up is the one we all know, probably a little too well, the skippable video ad. I mean, this is the bread and butter, the absolute workhorse of YouTube's ad system. It's all about striking that balance, you know? Giving advertisers their moment, but also giving viewers a way out.
And the whole process is super simple, exactly like you'd think. The ad kicks off, you see that little 5-second countdown in the corner, and boom, the skip ad button appears. The viewer can either click it and jump right to your video, or hey, maybe they keep watching. For pretty much everyone, this is just the standard way things start on YouTube.
All right, next up, we've got the total opposite, non-skippable ads. And yeah, the name says it all. There is no skip ad button here. You're buckled in. The viewer has to watch the whole thing before they can get to your content.
But don't worry, these things aren't a feature-length film. They're usually capped at around 15, maybe 20 seconds max. It's YouTube's way of trying to balance things out, making sure the advertiser's message gets through without totally losing the viewer's patience. And because they guarantee a full view, well, you can bet these ads are often way more valuable for certain advertisers.
And then we have bumper ads. I love this analogy. Think of them like an espresso shot of advertising. They're super quick, you can't skip them, and they are designed for one single purpose, to get a brand name or a quick message stuck in your brain fast.
How fast? 6 seconds. That's it. That number is everything. It's just long enough to plant a seed, but so short that it barely feels like an interruption. You'll see these a lot for things like movie trailers or big brand announcements. Just a quick flash.
Now it's not all just happening inside the video player. Ads are popping up elsewhere too. You've got those swipeable ads that show up between shorts videos, you've got ads in the watch feed, sitting next to or below videos, and then you have something called ad pods. You've seen these, right? It's when they show you 2 ads back to back. The whole idea is to get the ad break over with in one go, so you can have a longer, uninterrupted stretch of viewing.
Oh, and a quick little housekeeping note. If you've been wondering, hey, what happened to those little banner ads that used to pop up at the bottom of the screen? Well, they're gone. YouTube officially retired them back in 2023. So yeah, they're no longer part of the whole ad ecosystem.
Okay, so with all this talk about automation and algorithms, you're probably sitting there thinking, so where do I get a say in any of this? What do I actually control anymore? And the answer, the one big area where you're still in the driver's seat, comes down to one specific ad type, the mid-roll. But there's a catch. There's a very strict rule here. To even have the option for mid-roll ads, your video has to be over 8 minutes long. And that is a hard line in the sand. I'm talking 7 minutes and 59 seconds? Nope, doesn't count. It has to be 8 minutes plus. So for those videos that do cross that 8-minute mark, you get a choice. You can either jump into your video's timeline and manually place those ad breaks yourself, maybe at a natural pause in the action, or you can just tick a box and let YouTube's AI figure out the best spots for you. This right here, this is your main point of control. All right, we've looked at all the different pieces of the puzzle. But what does it actually feel like for a viewer? Let's walk through a typical experience, say for a 10-minute video that's fully monetized. So here's how it could all play out. A viewer clicks on your video. First, they get a skippable pre-roll ad before your content even starts. They watch for a bit, and then, around the 4-minute mark, boom, a mid-roll ad pops up. Maybe they get another one around the 8-minute mark. And then, once your video finishes, a final post-roll ad might play. You see how this layering works? This is exactly why longer videos generally bring in more ad revenue. There are just more opportunities. So, after all that, what's the takeaway? What should your strategy be as a creator? Well, believe it or not, it actually boils down to a really simple best practice approach.
And this isn't just my opinion. This comes straight from YouTube's own playbook. The strategy they recommend is basically this: turn on everything. Enable all the ad formats. Why? Because it gives the algorithm the most options, the most flexibility to find the perfect ad for each specific viewer. Then, for your longer videos, those 8-minute plus ones, be smart about your mid-rolls. Find that sweet spot between making money and keeping your viewers happy.
Okay, so let's just boil this all down to 3 key things to remember. First, YouTube's system is mostly on autopilot now, handling those ads at the beginning and end of your videos for you. Second, all those different ad formats we talked about, they're all different ways to earn. And third, and this is the big one, videos over 8 minutes are the key. They unlock mid-rolls, which means more control for you and more potential revenue.
And really, all of this leads us to the big overarching question for every creator out there. This whole shift to automation, it's obviously designed to be more efficient, but is it actually better for us than the old manual system? Sure, it makes things simpler, but does that simplicity come at a price? Are we trading control or even potential revenue for convenience? That's really the key thing for all of us to think about.